make sure that we've got everything on. I think the mic's just come on, so you didn't really hear me before. So welcome everyone to this live watch along Man City against PSG. If you have already not, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. Really do appreciate it. It helps the algorithms. Previous couple of videos have really got a lot of support and love. So it's only right that we do another watch along. We did last week, which was a great result for Man City. All the fear this week for a lot of players within the Man City camp would be if Mbappe was going to be fit. So it looks like the breaking news that Mbappe is not going to be fit enough to start. They've put him on the bench because maybe a half-fit Mbappe might work for them if they are in desperate need of trying to get something towards the end. So last week, Mbappe was non-existent. Stones and Diaz had him wrapped up in their pocket. I don't think this week would have been the same. So he'll be disappointed because he wanted to prove a point that he would be obviously he's world class, and he wanted to prove a point against Stones and Diaz, who have been solid all season. But let's talk onto the game. I'm just going to share my screen right now with yourselves. So let me just share this screen. So so here are the teams for this evening's game. I'm not sure whether you can obviously tune in or zoom in and see that. So we've got, for Man City, let's start with Man City: Edison, Walker, Diaz, Stones, Zinchenko, Gundogan, Silva, Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Mahrez, and Foden. PSG, Baka's out and Neymar's out. So Icardi's coming, and I think it's Kepende who's coming. So Navas, Kepembe, Marquinhos, Diola, Florenzi, Herrera, Paredes, Verratti, and Neymar, Di Maria, and the replacement for Mbappe, Icardi up top, who flatters to deceive at times. It's one of those, he does flatter to deceive. He's got all the talent in the world, but doesn't really sparkle. Will this be his game tonight where he sparkles? I am not too sure about that. That is for sure. So, yeah, that's the teams for this evening's kickoff. Kickoff is at 8 o'clock. Now, obviously, this week, there's been a lot of things going on in the football world. Jose Mourinho today's announced that he's going to Roma. He don't mess around. That is for sure. Then you've got others. Let's just sort this light out, make it a little bit lighter for yourselves. That's a little bit better. Then we've got the Man United game getting cancelled this week. I did talk about that in my previous video. If not, make sure you go and check out my previous video, which talks about will these things kind of work. A lot of people talk about protests, etc., and they need to maybe do something to really get people's attention. So doing those kind of things don't really work. Believe me, as a black man, we've spent years of protesting over racism and etc., things like that, and violence, and how can I put it, behavior that the media will jump on just works against you. People quickly turn on you. So interesting what the pundits have been saying in relation to that. I know Carragher, etc., Gary Neville, who were on, they do say the things, I think, a lot of the time too. For me, they say a lot of things just to try and get people on their side, these pundits. For like, I don't know whether they're doing it because they really, really do genuinely believe that people are going to follow them and love them, excuse me. Or maybe they do look at it from that point of view, but I think a lot of the time they just look at it point of view from they want to get people on their side. That's what I believe. So yeah, it would be interesting to see what comes with this Liverpool and Man United game. What will the Premier League say about it? I've not really seen anything to see if they have. But yeah, interesting week in football. It seems to me, I was speaking to someone yesterday because I did the Premier League review. If you've not seen that, make sure you catch that up as well. But I did a Premier League review over this weekend, and a few people messaged me, not just one, saying that they weren't really interested what was going on in the Premier League this weekend. It's kind of gone flat. It's kind of taken, second stage to everything else that's going on in football. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. Don't get me wrong. I think once everyone comes back and the fans come back, I do think that, you know, everyone will just get back to normal. We'll forget about the Europe, you know, the European Super League, etc. And this, and I think that we'll just get back to normal. But probably been the worst season when it comes to the Premier League. It's been the worst. It's not entertaining. Every game was like a friendly. So not a lot really to talk about on the pitch when it comes to the Premier League. The season that Liverpool had was not what the season that we wanted them to have. So, yeah, interesting times when it comes to the Premier League. So we've got this great game tonight, Champions League. I think it'll be a great tie, really do. Teams are just in a tunnel now, looking to come out. It looks like a cold one, a lot of hailstone, always raining or hailstone in Manchester. Great city, probably my favourite city, Manchester. But yeah, always seems to be cold. Always seems to be cold. So let's see. Yeah, warming up now. Excuse me. Not long before they will be heading out. They're clearing it up now. It's quite funny. So a little bit of hail, a little bit of snow or whatever is now on the pitch, which to be fair is a bit of a nightmare because the ball skids. But they're just clearing where the 18-yard boxing and that. And hopefully there's no more hail or a sleet or anything like that, and it'll just melt. But this is a big game for Man City, without me saying that. Everybody knows how big this is. I'm a big Man City fan after Arsenal. I love Pep. I love the way that they play. I loved Pep when he was at Barca, when he played at Barcelona, etc. Unbelievable. But tonight is all about going that next step. This is why Pep has been brought into this club. This is why I signed a new deal. The Premier League, yes, you know, the Premier League, they've won the Premier League many times. Well, yeah, well, you know, will they go down as being the greatest Man United Premier League team? If they do win the Champions League, they win another Premier League and a couple more. Obviously, we call it, instead of the League Cup, it's the Man City Cup. But interesting to see how PSG go about this. It's a cold night in Manchester, sleet, raining, hail. Interesting to see how they go about this game tonight without the threat over the top from Mbappe. And Neymar will really need to step up. Last game he started absolutely excellent, let's be honest, but quickly fizzled out. Man City quickly tuned in, got them on the back foot. And to be honest, Man City then controlled the game. Even though early doors, it looked like they were really going to be in, you know, desperate times. But yeah, Man City, to be fair to them, dealt with the threat first game. And this is going to be a very interesting game. Do they go on the front foot, or do they sit in and try and not let PSG broke the line? The way, if their game plan first game was deliberate, then it was spectacular, the game plan. Teams are just coming again. So quick reminder, Edison, Walker, obviously, right, you've got Stones, Ruben Diaz, Zinchenko. In front of them, you're going to have Gundogan, Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva. Then you're going to have Mahrez, De Bruyne in that number 9, kind of fake 9, and then Foden on the left. Subs, still got Aguero, still got Jesus, Laporte, etc. Many subs. As for PSG, the big news, obviously, if you've not caught it already, the big news is that Mbappe is not made it. He is not fit for this to start in the starting 11. They've got to put him on the bench because a half-fit Mbappe might cause a few problems. So them, obviously, Navas in goal, Kipembe, Marquinhos, obviously captain, Verratti, Paredes, Icardi, and Neymar, Di Maria, Herrera, Diallo, sorry about that, and Florenzi. So Icardi will go straight up top, number 9. Obviously, Di Maria and Neymar will be wide. Verratti just behind with Herrera standing, sitting deep with Marquinhos, trying to give that protection for that back four. Pep and Pochettino having a little cheeky word together. Obviously, very good friends on and off the pitch, I believe. They're very close. I won't say very close, but they're close. Big night for Foden again. Thought it was excellent first game, non-stop. What I love about him, and people don't get enough credit, he doesn't dive. You know, a lot of these people, they're always diving, so it's not a problem. What's happening, Layla? Hope everything is good. Should Arteta to be sacked if we lose on Thursday? Yes, he should, but he's not going to be. He's not going to be. They've got a plan. They're going to stick with him. There's no doubt about that. Just sort this line out. Is that lighting all right? Let me know. Or does it need to be a little bit? Yeah, maybe that's a bit better. They're going to stick with him. To be honest, that's what I think. And they're going to give him a decent budget. But interesting to see what happens with, obviously, Kroenke's, with what's going on with the what's it called, with Daniel Ek and all the legends involved. Interesting. So this is a very tricky pitch to play on tonight, that's for sure. No one likes to play with a little bit of snow and sleet on the pitch. It really kills the game in a way, because it moves quick then slow, quick then slow. So interesting tonight. Free kick early doors to PSG, but it's in their own half. Would you take Chukwueze at Arsenal? He disappointed me first leg. I've got to be honest. He really did disappoint me in the first leg. He's playing against Xhaka. And I thought when he faced Xhaka that he would really square him up and try and get him on the back foot, but he didn't. It was a strange one. He disappointed me. For me, I would go for Saint Maximum instead at Newcastle. He knows the Premier League. For me, he's more of a threat. Yes, he does need to finish up on his the pitch. That's a prime example of the pitch. Mahrez has kicked it with one foot, swung and missed it with the other. So going to be a tough evening on this pitch. It needs to melt because it's going to kill the game if not. Really is. But yeah, I would go for Saint Maximum, to be honest, rather than Chukwueze. Got to be honest. I've not seen enough of him. I only seen him the other night and thought he was bang average against Xhaka, who can't play. Game started very scrappy. Very scrappy. Both teams struggling to deal with this little bit of ice that's obviously fell on the pitch just before the game. Fernandinho, he's hardly touched Di Maria, but you know what this modern football's like. It's absolutely soft, like you wouldn't believe. Well, I'm surprised. I would be wearing gloves, but I'm surprised not a lot of them are not wearing gloves, to be honest. But yeah, I would go for Saint Maximum rather than Chukwueze, if I'm honest. But that's because I've just not seen enough. And the other night, he disappointed me. He really did disappoint me. So yeah, this game started off very scrappy. There's been 3 free kicks already. Mahrez has swung and missed one completely out of play. But the pitch is killing people at the moment. They can't get their passing game together. Very hard to play on icy conditions like that. You've seen a couple of stray passes. So interesting to see how they start. Fernandinho's in there to upset a lot of people. PSG try and get over the top. Di Maria's dropped to Di Maria. Neymar's facing Walker. Surrounded straight away. Neymar again, pitch over it, sit right out for a throw-in. Sloppy start from both teams. People say Bachiro's slow, but his technical and pass ability is world class. Yeah, listen, when you're playing at that level, if you're not quick, you've normally got something else, which is very good technically, and vision, and can see a pass, very comfortable on the ball. So there's a lot of players that I would look to Arsenal, but the snobbery that they go for is not the one. They really got to come out of that. They are a mid-table team at the moment. Gundogan trying to come out with the ball. Silva pops it out to Walker. First time, a little bit of space now for Walker. Popping it back to Mahrez. Mahrez to Fernandinho. They're just going to try and manage this game in the early stages of this game. Hey, what's happening, Jay? Evening, people. What's happening? Not many people in at all at the moment. Maybe a lot of people don't want to watch Man City if they go through. You know how it is. But thanks for popping in. Really do appreciate it. I know Curtis is doing one as well, so people will probably be in and out. My prediction. My prediction. Obviously, with Mbappe missing, even though he was dire first leg, I think he might have done something second leg. But Diaz and Stones had him in their pockets last game. But see, it's 2-1. They've got the 2 away goals. If PSG score, which they do have the ability, then all of a sudden we're in for a bit of a game. I'm gonna go for 2-1. I'm going to go for 2-1 Man City. 2-1 Man City again. That's what I'm going to go for, Jay. PSG, both the game started scrappy, but PSG with a little bit more of the ball at the moment. Neymar trying to pick it up. The problem is with Neymar's going to have those little ones where he's got like straight relationship with Mbappe. They're going to struggle with that because I know Icardi's going to be up there, but it's how often have they played together? That's the problem. PSG just popping it around a little bit a minute. Trying to break Man City down. Man City have got a lot of bodies in the middle of the park. It looks like they're going to overload the middle of the park because that's where games are won. Games are won in the middle of the park. Whoever controls that. Good defensive work with Foden, but he's managed to... Oh, great vision. Neymar one-on-one is in the 18-yard box with Walker. Tried to get a shot off. Great block from Jones. PSG with a better play at the minute. We're only 5 minutes in. They're in the 18-yard box again. Out to Neymar just outside. One-on-one with Walker. He's not going to beat him for pace, but he could for trickery. Little one round the corner. Marcus, it's very scrappy at the minute, but Di Maria in the 18-yard box tries to get a shot off. Great block. PSG looking the liveliest so far, but they did that in the first leg, didn't they? Oof. Is that a little dive? Yeah, Di Maria's dived on the edge of the box again. You're not going to get it once you've dived first one. You're very rarely going to get a second dive straight away. That is for sure. Again, Man City popping it around. Verratti. Again, getting it short. They've got opportunity now to get it in the box. Will they get it in the box? Half ball. Yes, Stones has dealt with that very well. Walker gets blocked down. Don't look like it's going to go out. It's one of those. It's going to stay in. Oh, it's poor from Walker. Poor from Walker. Verratti managed to Neymar. Could be a costly. Oof. Neymar's gone to pass to Icardi. Icardi's not sharp. Another delivery in. Interesting. They've gone for an handball. They've gone for an handball. Penalty. It's a penalty to PSG. It's a penalty to PSG. They're probably going to check it again. Going to go to the VAR. Wow. Wow. Delivery in. Is it handball? Zinchenko. No, it's hit his shoulder. It's not handball. It's not handball. It's not handball. Let's have a look. No, it's not handball. No chance. Absolute no chance is that handball. Nah, it's his shoulder. We've changed it. Let's go and have a look. Yeah. No chance that's a pen. That would have been very harsh if that gets a pen. He's fuming. Zinchenko's absolutely fuming. He's swearing, he's cursing. He can't believe that the ref is having to even go and look at it because it's not even touched his arm. It's touched the top of his shoulder. It's not Gav. What's it? Penalty check VAR. What's he Gav? He's not giving a pen, is it? That's not a pen, is it? Nah, surely not. It's at the top of his shoulder. Yeah, there you go. It's not. I thought he gave it. I thought he gave the pen. It's at the top of his shoulder, and this absolutely flying hands in the air with the PSG. I mean, they're trying to claim everything. I wouldn't even dream of claiming that, to be honest. It's at the top of his shoulder, like the top of his shoulder. I wouldn't even think to claim, like put my hands up and claim it. Modern day footballers, mate. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing, but it is what it is. We go with the flow. Stones on the ball now, looking to play it out. Again, conditions took them a while, both teams, to get used to the conditions because it was a very holds up and then skids, holds up and then skids. Walker to De Bruyne around the corner. Oh, good covering, good covering. De Bruyne has obviously shown someone a clean set of heels then, but he couldn't get away from the second centre half. Tense, very tense. First 8 minutes. Feels like I've been on here for hours and I've only been on here about 10, 12 minutes. Excuse me. Walker looking for the wrong throw, long throw. It's going to skip off and get good defending again. Good defending again. Bernardo Silva can't get anything. He's not going to get no change, is he? PSG playing away out. Verratti a little bit as well. Decent from them. Off, free kick. It's going to be a free kick. De Bruyne's gave a free kick away. It looks like it's probably hardly touched him. If you watch the replays, he's hardly touched him. De Bruyne looks up for it. He was up for it first game. He looks up for it second leg. Always looking for the ball, as you know. He's one of the best to ever play in the Premier League, and I don't know how anyone could argue if you understand football. Gundogan breaks the lines to Morris. First time they really broke the lines, but Morris can't get away. Free kick. Very scrappy at the moment. Both teams giving away soft free kicks. No one's really got a grip of the game. City and PSG had about 2 minutes really where they moved the ball well, where they had their half shout out for their penalty. But other than that, there ain't really much going on at all. Foden, again, what Man City do in all the best teams, they break lines. And that's where you're going to get in. When I mean break lines, for example, if you get the ball in centre midfield and the midfield, you break it so it goes in behind them, but before the centre half. So it's like in between. You break lines. No one wants to pick players who are in between those lines in the channels. So interesting. Big up, Rayan. Hope you're well, mate. How's things? Zinchenko's managed to get in off the one pass again. He's pulled it back. Kevin De Bruyne, edge of the box, side foot. Oh, he's been blocked. Morez, 1-0. Morez has put it in the bottom corner. 1-0 already. De Bruyne again. They can't deal with that ball over the top. In vital goal. They can't deal with that ball over the top. They really can't. They really seem to struggle. I think they always think that Man City are just going to go bop. But Man City this season, because people found them out the last couple of seasons, they really mix it up. Straight in. But to Edison again, he's done that last week. Edison, he's just zinged it, absolutely zinged it straight to Zinchenko. He's great vision, pulled it back. Kevin De Bruyne all the time on the edge of the box. Great block, falls to Mahrez, uses his right peg, manages to get it in. I thought he was going to try and cut back, but Marquinhos just couldn't keep up. All the time in the world. Zinchenko pulls it back. Kevin De Bruyne takes his time, gets a block. Easy. Well, it's not an easy finish. It's gone between the legs. Of the goalkeeper of Navas. Mahrez has stepped up. Champions League semi-final. Meg's the goalkeeper. Important, very important goal to be scoring at this time as well. Important goal. Rayan, they're good. There's a week left of Ramadan and I'm done with college on the 28th. What about you? How are things for you? Yeah, Ramadan's tough. My mum is Muslim. She converted. She married into the faith. So my sister is Muslim. Sometimes I've done it. I'm not going to say that they do it every year. They've not done it for the past few years. Just strictly because they've been living the European way and they're not really done it. De Bruyne is nearly in again. But yeah, I got a lot of Muslim friends, a lot of Muslim friends. So yeah, do well to stick to that. You're used to it now, part of the culture. But and keep the college up, mate. Make sure you finish that. I'm sure you will. My week's been okay. Obviously, Peterborough got promoted over the weekend, so huge weekend for me. Couldn't tweet or anything like that because I did the online abuse thing. Every little helps, as they say, compound effect. So yeah, good weekend. Very good weekend, mate. Thanks ever so much for asking. City now stepped up the goal all of a sudden. It's probably knocked the wind out of PSG. PSG needed to bring their A game today. They needed to bring the A game. And when you're missing your world class striker who's got about 37 goals this year, who would have caused problems is no doubt. First game he was very, very quiet. I get that, but this game I think he would have caused a problem. They would have just said, listen, every time you've got half a chance, try and thread Mbappe in. So he's a massive miss because Icardi's not got that same threat. No one likes running in behind, and that's where Mbappe's strengths, running in behind. Simple as that. Right, and yeah, I saw that. Obviously, congrats to Peterborough for going up to bigger and better things for them for now. Yeah, it's massive for them. 8 years ago, they was in the championship and they got relegated. Dubious foul. Obviously, the final nail in the coffin. Di Maria, we'll go back to that. Di Maria puts it out wide. Cross them. Poor across, really. It's not. You need to be in the second 6-yard box. When you're zipping that ball across, it needs to be in the second 6-yard box. Straight into Edison. So bad cross, to be fair. And again, look, no one's in the box. Neymar's trying to get in. Icardi is a half-hearted run to the near stick. But they still got to be aware, Man City. They really have still got to be aware. PSG, we know these players, they're world-class players. They're going to cause a few problems, 100%. But yeah, Peterborough, they got relegated, Neymar's managed to. No one wants to make the foul. He's dived. Oh, he's got a free kick. He's such a diver. I can understand why people don't like him, right? But he's unbelievable footballer. What a joy to watch. But for me, it looks like he may have got caught. Let's have a look. He may have got caught. Has he got caught? Yeah, I suppose he's got caught. He just makes it look theatrical. Yeah, he has got caught. Yeah. Take my words back. He definitely got caught. It's a half dive. But he's saying you can't give free kicks away. Pep's going mad. He's saying you can't give free kicks away on the edge of the box, which you can't. What, 3 or 4 yards out with Di Maria and Neymar on the ball. Big moment. Big moment. So, yeah, hopefully Peterborough can sustain in the championship. I'll probably do quite a bit of work with them next season if I get back on the radio. So I'll do some vlogs for that. So you might be able to see what it's like to obviously daily vlogs of doing commentary. Things like that may interest a few people. Important, 15 minutes gone. Di Maria and Neymar are over this. It's suited, I would say, for Di Maria. He's going to go around the edge of the wall. Pare Morris side, try and find that top corner. But it's Neymar who stepped up, deflection, and gone wide. Fernandinho manages to get head on it, and it's gone wide for a corner. Interesting. Edison had it covered, to be fair. Looks like he had it covered. Neymar on the corner. Not sure about these boots he's got going on. He's Puma now, isn't he? Which must have paid him an absolute fortune for him to go to Peterborough. Absolute fortunes. So, Rayan, I'll read that out after we've just do this corner. Neymar with the corner. In-swing corner. Goes for the near stick. De Bruyne manages to clear it. Back out to Verratti. Verratti, will he pass to Neymar? Yep. Neymar one-on-one with Mahrez. Back to Verratti. Verratti pops it off. Oh, he could have nearly got Di Maria in. Di Maria lifts it. Marquinhos, he hits the header and he hits the bar. Hits the bar. Great little dink from, he's a threat, Marquinhos. He's only scored like 4 goals, but every time I watch him, he looks like he's nearly going to score. He makes late runs. And I think that's why he scores every so often, because he makes those late runs. And when they're timed right, they're timed. Could break here for Man City. Man City on the break. Kevin De Bruyne, one-on-one. Foden. He's gone to cut it back. Herrera's managed to pick it up. Again, Fernandinho's popped it off out to Neymar. Neymar's one-on-one with Walker. He's not gonna run Walker, no chance. But Mbappe tried that last week, and that ain't gonna happen. Let me go back to. Let me read this out. Herrera's just inside. So I did a road to glory with Peterborough back on FIFA, one of my most enjoyable moments. So I have a small, Hey, Peterborough, a good club. They produce some good players. Ivan Toney. They normally get gems, not gems. They normally go for players who have found it and struggled at other clubs and get the best out of them. I mean, the Clark Harris now has got 32 goals. He left Peterborough once, came back, really, struggled. They paid 1.2 million for him from Bristol Rovers. There you go. He's got 31 goals. What's he going to be worth now? Ivan Toney was the same. What's Ivan Toney worth now? Then he brought him for about 1.5 million. He's got to be worth 30 mil now. Interesting. Neymar is only about the P. Yeah. I've got to admit, I think he's only about the dollars. I think he really is. I do think he's probably bothered about winning things. Of course he is, and he was never going to be. He was sick at Barca, but you're never going to be better than the GOAT. You know what I mean? So no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to outshine Messi, no matter what you do and who you are. So that's why I probably wanted to leave, to get out of that shadow. And PSG is that kind of club, innit? PSG is like your superstar kind of club. You got your Real Madrid and your Barcelona. Deep cross from Neymar. Stones with a decent header. Great defending again. There's a little bit of pressure on from Man City at the minute now. It's not going to be as easy as they think. Kapempe's on the floor. Oof. Di Maria, a little bit of confusion there. It's broke down. Di Maria's got an empty goal. Edison's gone to, because it was on Kapembe. Edison's gone to roll it out, give it straight to Silva. Silva's gave it away. Open goal. Di Maria's got an open goal. You would bet your bottom dollar that he was going to put that in the back of the net, but he's missed it. Pochettino's looking to the skies. He cannot believe it. Di Maria looking at the bench and saying, what is the manager thinking? But this is just repeat. Marquinhos has managed to get over, hit the bar. He's hit the top of the bar. Great run. Great third man running. And he's very unlucky. Very unlucky. Ryan, I like the model that Peterborough has. Not every player excels in every environment, and every player deserves a second chance. So respect to them, and I'll be rooting for them and the champ. Yeah, listen, they're so good at getting the best out of, especially forwards. You can have a forward who hardly scores. Even Tony, for example, hardly ever scored when before he came to Peterborough, and then he was just fantastic. And Peterborough play a system that suits a good number 9. And if you can get in a flow, you'll score goals. You'll score goals at Peterborough. Mikael Smith, McLean, Ivan Toney, Dwight Gale, all these players, they come from nowhere, went to Peterborough, made their name at Peterborough, and went on. People forget Dwight Gale, absolute goal poacher, scores goals for fun. Scores goals for fun. So yeah, a little bit of chaos there with Edison rolling it out to Silva giving it away. And it looks like we're back underway now. A little bit of treatment for Kimpembe. Kimpembe. I say Kimpembe. Kimpembe will be his name. Fernandinho into Stones. Stones will come over to Diaz. Diaz will look for Zinchenko, but if not, he'll have to go inside. They're pressing now all of a sudden. PSG are pressing, really pressing Man City, because if you give Man City too much time and too much respect, they'll bop any team. Any team. They will bop any team if you give them too much time. You need to high press, really high press. And that's what they're doing at the minute now. They need to go for it because they're 3-1 down on aggregate. Man City got 2 away goals. So they need to score at least 2 away goals, PSG do, just to tie this game without Man City scoring another one. I wouldn't say it's been a spectacular game. It really hasn't. You've had that little bit of quality from Man City that got the goal. But other than that, PSG have had some half chances. Obviously, Marquinhos hitting the bar and Di Maria having a great opportunity, but missing it. Very, very surprised. You bet your bottom dollar that he'd put in the back of the net. Both teams have just got used to the conditions now. As I said, that it skips up. Is that PSG? Oh, he's giving a free kick to PSG. Oh, Herrera's in the face of Gundogan now. He's not happy. Herrera's spat his dummy out. Now Neymar's getting involved, but I can't talk. I'm one of them. If you ever come and watch me on a football pitch, I'm not very nice. I smile in your face, but I'm not very nice on a football pitch. Poch is bottling it. You know what, Rian? This bottling stuff, yeah. It's the players. It's the players. You can't blame the manager if his players don't turn up trumps. Herrera can't believe why he's got booked. He's doing all this. Why have I got booked? It's quite straightforward why he got booked. Because you're in someone's face and trying to cause a problem. That's why you're fuming that you didn't get the free kick. There's a replay, and now you're in his face going crazy. That's why you've got booked, mate. Look. But yeah, going back to obviously Poch bottling. It's the players. What does Poch need to do? He's not got his best striker. Well, he's not got one of the best strikers in the world to pick from. So he's really got to figure out of a way to beat this Man City team that they're a lot more wiser, this Man City team, than they have done in recent years. You got to remember when it comes to playing at the highest level and trying to win everything, Man City's only been, 8, 9 seasons where they've been on this journey for pushing and pushing, probably not even that. So they're very new. You need to get a mindset of the players to become winners, and they've got that now. They've got that by winning a few Premier Leagues, obviously the Carabao Cup on 4 or 5 occasions, getting to the semi-final a couple of times in the quarterfinals, and they're now on the break again now. Zinchenko has got plenty of ball out wide. They don't look to whip it in the box. They just want to play 1-2s. Foden on the edge of the box, just keeping it nice and simple. 3 or 4 yard passes. Zinchenko will probably come out into Foden, into Gundogan. Just keeping triangles. Pep loves a triangle. Foden skips past a couple. Gets tackled in the end. Icardi out to Di Maria. Di Maria goes over the top to Neymar, but it's going to skip straight off the icy surface straight into Edison's hands. PSG have had a lot, 55% of the ball. They've had 5 attempts, and Man City have only had 2, but they've had none on target. Man City have only had 1 on target, which was the goal. So on stats, PSG have had more of the play, more opportunities, but they're behind. Ryan, good point, but PSG is notoriously career suicide for managers. Pot should have held out longer, in my opinion. Yeah, well, the thing is, man, Spurs, I don't know what they did to get rid of him. I thought they think that that was the highest that he was going to take them, but ain't no other manager going to do what Poch did at Spurs. But sometimes you need a change, that's for sure. But PSG, you can't turn PSG down. If you're a manager or a player, and a team like PSG comes in for you, you can't turn that down. You can't turn it down. Simple as that. Unless you've got other options. Unless you've got Barca, Real Madrid, Man City, maybe Chelsea, Man United, you can't turn that down. You can't turn that move down. And a lot of teams maybe do have, and that's if you want to come to England. So if you want to play in the cold, it's if you want to play, this is a miserable country right now. People get miserable, weather's miserable. It's a miserable country for a long, long time. It's only the spring and the summer where people perk up. Do you want that? Do you want to go and play in a place where it's a little bit better? France is not much better, I've got to be honest. But, your Spanish leagues and things like that, the sun, etc. So, yeah, interesting point. Well, Leipzig or Bayern, yeah, I think he would have done well at both. But like you say, he's out of work. And when PSG come calling, you can't turn that down. You really can't turn that down. And if you wait, you never know what's going to happen. Foden's on the back foot. Good closing down again. 4 people around him. Foden's reaction. That's what, if any young kids are watching this, yeah, there's a rule in football. Not a lot of people do it. 5-second rule. If you give the ball away, give me a reaction for 5 seconds. Give a reaction for 5 seconds. Managers love it. And if you look at players, the top players always do it. And the players who don't really do well, they don't react. They don't react. They just give it away, and then they throw their hands up in the air and they don't react. But you need a 5 seconds. And if you don't win it in the 5 seconds, regroup, take it from there. And that's what Man City do. When they lose the ball, you'll see it. They broke the lines now. PSG, Herrera out to Neymar. Neymar's up against Zinchenko. Zinchenko is going to cut inside. What's he going to look for? Probably surrounded. Straight out to Verratti. Verratti to Di Maria. Good defending. Di Maria scoops it up. It's gone out of play. Great defending from Man City. Really was good defending from Man City. Didn't want to dive in on Neymar. They know if you're going to give him half a touch, he's probably going to go over. We're on 26 minutes, 1-0 to Man City. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to change my banners. Let's just change that. Let's change the score on that one. At the moment. Bear with me, people. There we go. There we are. So everyone knows who's going in. We've not got a timer. Not really a massive fan of all the timers and the green screens and things like that. I like to keep it. I'm into tech, so I like to keep it, minimalistic but high quality tech, etc. That's what I'm into. So, yeah, not really a fan of the old trying to be like Sky Sports, etc. Do you know what I mean? We just keep it minimalistic and high tech. De Bruyne with a corner now. Obviously, Stones is going to come up. Diaz is going to come up. They're probably the only biggest ones, but they've gone short. They've tried to get an angle. Foden, nice control again. Walker straight into Mahrez. Mahrez has got a little bit of room. Probably going to delivery. Stones has stayed up. Fernandinho always likes to get in. Verratti just clean up again. He's going to go over, and the ref will give a free kick. Yep, the ref will give a free kick. Jay, Poch has played for PSG and was a captain for a few years and played with Ronaldinho and a coach and Arteta. Yeah, madness. Some of the players that he's played with. A lot of people, especially the younger ones, Poch was so good for Argentina. So good and so good at PSG. He was a baller. He could play. And he had a little bit of a nasty streak about him as well. He used to have his long ear in that for Argentina, bossing it. When you played with Ronaldinho, JJ Okocha, these players, you've got to be some sort of player. Obviously, Arteta don't go into that category. Yeah. Less said about Arteta the better, let's be honest. Bernard Silva's on the back. He's on the back of Verratti, out to Foden. Mahrez. PSG have kept him half quiet, to be fair. Mahrez nearly gives the ball away to Di Maria. What you can't do is give the ball away. You can't think this game's won and just give the ball away, because these are top world-class players. Di Maria is world-class. Gundogan into De Bruyne. If he gets half a yard, he's going to try and get a shot. Tries to get a shot off. Gets too much on it, overcooks it, gets it out half a yard and wants to put it in the far net, but he's got too much on it. First time he's got a lot of space, to be fair. Manages to wrap his foot around it, can't get around it enough. Can't get around it enough to, put it wide of the goalkeeper and put it in the far post. So both teams look to play out. We know, top level players always look to play out. No, very rare does a goalkeeper just punt it long, unless you're Edison and you've got pure assist in your locker. Good shape from Man City. 29 minutes gone. 29 minutes gone at the moment. What kills me about these watch-alongs, you can't have no noise or you can't have no music, because they'll just, copyright or whatever. So sometimes it's a bit of a nightmare. I can't have the sound on in the background. So I imagine you can have the game on, you can have the commentary on as well in the background. So, let me know what the commentators are saying, what their thoughts are on this performance so far from Man City. I think they're doing well. They're really keeping the danger players quiet. Di Maria is probably the one who's had most of the ball when it comes attacking wise for PSG. Neymar's just threaded half a yard, rips it back. Oh, he's got to shoot. Oh, Di Maria's got to shoot. But you know what? I think that if that's on his left, Kyle Walker's just running past people like school playground. If that's on his left, Di Maria whips that in. But it's on his right, so he's not fancied it. So he's thought I'd be a little bit clever, and he's gave it a little bit of dummy. But yeah, Kyle Walker, when you run past people on the schoolyard, run past one, run past two, run past three. Kyle Walker's just a net to offer the PSG team. Absolute madness. Di Maria again. He's facing Zinchenko thinks him up. Verratti keeps the ball moving so well. Verratti, not spectacular, just keeps the ball moving well. Verratti again into. What was Di Maria? It's not Di Maria. Oh, Verratti. Oh, just got away with it. Gave a free kick away. Neymar's had a little. Neymar gets so many free kicks, but the rest played on. He's played on. Again, they're looking for that delivery in the box. But Stones and Diaz's positioning, no wonder they're the best centre-halves in the league at the moment. And you would probably say in world football at the moment, let's be honest, if you're not biased. World football, these two centre-halves have been absolutely magnificent together. They really have. Navas on the ball. Kimpembe's got the ball. Straight into Paredes. Verratti again on the back foot, straight into Di Maria. Di Maria's picking up in some good holes. He manages to skip past Mahrez. Neymar on the edge of the box. Fernandinho, don't dive in. If he dives in. Verratti again. Neymar pops it up. No, it looks like he's going to pop it off to Herrera. Marquinhos lifts it up. Edison should be cherries. Yeah, cherries for Edison. 32 minutes gone. A few threats from PSG. City, I wouldn't say in control. Foden's going to try and skip past Marquinhos. Marquinhos is not slow, and Foden's not lightning. What he can do is move the ball like he's just double touched it. Straight pass. Going to get it into Fernandinho. Fernandinho's going to go to Silva. Silva will probably go to Mahrez. Back to Fernandinho. Really dictating the pace. Oh, he's had a stray ball straight to Icardi. Icardi's now straight into Neymar. Neymar's on the back of Walker. Walker, you're not going to run past him, as I always say it. Everyone gets back in. Straight pass from Fernandinho, but everyone's back in for Man City. Bernardo Silva is screwing. He's throwing his hand up there saying, why giving a simple 3-4 yard pass away? And he gives them an opportunity now. Gives PSG an opportunity. Paredes into Verratti. Verratti's going to come to Marquinhos. Now he's going to Di Maria. Di Maria's looking forward. He's looking forward. Great positioning and great defensive positions from Man City. Really sat in at the moment. Great discipline. Foden. Everyone's behind the ball. They've got everyone behind the ball. Everyone behind the ball. And that's not because of negative. That's just because the work rate is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. They give the ball away, their reaction. And that's what Pep does. I remember when I took I used to take a kid on trial to Man City when I was doing the agent work. And we used to go twice a week or once a week. I think it was twice a week. And we used to go to Man City training ground. And we watched first team training, the new Man City training ground. You've probably seen it on YouTube. If not, check it out. Unbelievable training ground, ridiculous, with a mini stadium. But we watched them train, and if someone gave the ball away 5-10 yards, you wouldn't let it slip. Even in training, the tempo was so high. The tempo was like, you can't afford to give the ball away. Its standards are unbelievable, and that's what you get when you bring a top coach in on top money with top players. Standards got to be completely high, because a lot of these players will think that they don't have to do certain things because they're better than others, but the way that they break everything down in a player before they sign them, Man City, is unreal. Di Maria's got half a space. He's going to whip it. Walker, great block, but it ricochets luckily to PSG. Oh, Herrera, half chance, pops up to smack it with his left foot just inside the 18-yard, but it's not a bad effort. It's probably half a yard over the top. Got Edison scrambling across just a little bit. Poch giving him the clap. This game's not done. This game is not done. You look at the score and you're thinking, well, 3-1, they've got to score 2 away goals. All it takes is one mindset to change, Man City players to get a little bit edgy, and you could have a problem. Could have a problem. Edison's really taking his time now. He's gone to pass to Gundogan. Big mistake. The ice is causing all kinds of problems. If the ball's not perfectly on your feet, you can normally have a half a yard to try and recover. You can't do that because it's a little bit skippy. So the ball's in. They've got to be perfect, and that's why you get a little bit of stray balls. Edison's had 2 stray balls now. That could have put him in chaos. Another stray ball. Got to be really careful. Oof, free kick. Free kick. Diallo, left back, too tight to Bernardo Silva, right on the touchline. Diallo. He's hardly touched him, to be fair, but it's one of those. He's gone, and then he's hit Bernardo Silva after, and then he's going to jump in the air. He's going to get a free kick, as modern day footballers do. Jump in the air and get a free kick. I can't believe refs are not wise to it. Maybe they're told that it's a non-contact sport no more. Not too sure what refs are told on these training courses. Not too sure. Oh, I don't think they play a lot of football. That is for sure, because the way that they ref and the way that the game is, 2 completely different things. But free kick. Fernandinho is going to free it. De Bruyne and Mahrez over it. De Bruyne is probably going to go for an outswinger. You got Fernandinho, Stones, and Diaz up. It's not deep enough. Not deep enough at all. Di Maria, no, broken down. Had a little opportunity there, Di Maria, to get Neymar away just on the edge of the box and break, but everyone's back now for Man City. Neymar just skips past Mahrez. Lazy defending from Mahrez, to be honest. Very, very lazy. And then he comes back and then he megs him, as Neymar does, into Paredes, straight into Neymar again. But they're not having it. Silva, they're not going to have it. They're going to say this, no, that's it. Chopped him down straight away. Refs come running over, and then Neymar's giving the push. Silva's trying to wind him up, be saying, listen, no need to give me a push. But that's what you get. If you think you're going to meg people and things like that and not get something down your Achilles, welcome to football, mate. That's what happens. It's what happens anyway. You keep megging people and taking the mickey. Silva's just brought him down. Neymar's reaction is quality. Nah, nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it. Free kick, getting him behind Di Maria, half a yard. I'll read that message after. Half a yard, surrounded by Foden, surrounded by 4, blocked it again. PSG are still in this game because they're moving the ball really well. Man City are always going to try and get them with a pace over the top with De Bruyne, give them half a yard. Very similar to the first leg. PSG had decent half opportunities and decent play. They moved the ball really well, but they don't have that killer instinct at times, especially without Mbappe on the pitch. Walker's going to put his foot through it, and that gives me time to read this message from Jay. Which PSG player would you take on the Arsenal team apart from Neymar and Mbappe? Oh, great skill from Verratti. Who would I take? Marquinhos, you know what you're going to get from him every week. He's not captain of PSG for no reason. Makes late runs, very good on the ball, utilize the ball, likes to put his foot in. So I would go for Marquinhos for sure. Got to be honest, even at Arsenal, Kimpembe is not bad. Got to be honest, he's not bad at all. On the attack now, Silva. They've all got in. He's got to get a wonder shot. Foden, yeah, PSG back. Really slow that was. They had a half a chance to get a break. Morris has given the ball away a couple of times now. Another opportunity to give the ball away. Neymar tried too much. Gundogan's in. He's in. If he makes a mistake, he's in. Oh, no, I thought he was in. Yeah, maybe Kimpembe I will take as a defender. And Marquinhos, and then obviously Neymar and Mbappe. That's who I would go for. Who would you go for? Let me know. Ryan, FG, look at how the level of play is between both sides for the whole off. Imagine Arsenal in the Super League, UEFA Champions League trying to hold there against them. We are years away from that. Unfortunately, I remember the days where we were bossing teams like this. We were bossing these teams, but unfortunately not no more. And it's down to money. You have to have the right. Even then it was down to money, but the gap wasn't as big. Premier League teams tended to spend similar money. Now with the amount of money that's in the game, you know, you've got to be spent. You've got to, at the end of the day, it's like anything. You've got to spend the money to keep up with everything. They always say the good saying when people get older, people trying to keep up with the Joneses. If your neighbour's spending dough, then Foden is different league, honestly. He's just skipped past 2-3 PSG players, dinked it over him. Zinchenko is not too sure, doesn't want to use his right foot. Mahrez, half a yard, goalkeeper. But Foden, people talk about Grealish and things like that. No one's near Foden. People aren't near Foden as a baller, mate. Nowhere near him. But yeah, Arsenal are years away. They need big investment. They need to then attract a big manager, put big investment. They need 200 million. 200 million invested. Manager's wages, 4 players. But you're not going to get that. Who's going to come to Arsenal? Who's world class? They're not going to come, are they? You're not going to come to Arsenal if you're world class, because it means you're going to have one of, Bayern, Madrid, Barca, PSG, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, even Liverpool. If you're top draw, you're going to go to one of those teams. Then it's the next level. Then you're going to go Arsenal. 100%. So yeah, we're miles ahead. I mean, we're miles away. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we'll ever get back to that level, because I don't see anyone willing to put that amount of money in. Maybe Daniel Ek will come in with a lot of the icons and try and put a lot of money in, but if you're going to buy it for 1.8 or 2 million, then you need to put another 3 or 4 million into it to get it where you need to. He can afford it. Of course he can afford it. No problem whatsoever. Just sell some shares. But yeah, the game's been good, as in it's hard to play on these slippy surface, but the game, the passing, the movement. Neymar's got off opportunity, tries to get a shot off. Great block from Stones. How good is Stones from his blip? So many people write players off. Neymar again. Just don't let him go to ground. Surrounded by 4 players. Magnificent by Diaz. Honestly, John Stones. Unbelievable. Had his blip, people were saying he's finished. That's the thing about football fans and fickle fans. You think a player's finished if he has half a bad season. They're not finished. They just need a different environment. I can tell you from experience. Jesse Lingard, all these players, they just need to feel wanted. And that's why you get the best of them. Di Maria now, look, plays every week for Paris Saint-Germain. Absolutely bosses it. Was bang average at Man United. Just couldn't fit in. Might be his home, might be the weather, everything. Things have to be right. Might be a break on here now. Bernardo Silva's breaking. He's going to look for probably going to go for Mahrez. Mahrez is now 1-on-1. If he can pick De Bruyne out, you don't want to use his right foot. De Bruyne is too slow. He needs to use his right foot to try and get De Bruyne in at the far stick. He comes back on his left, tries to do it, lazy, and everyone's back into position. Got to use your right foot there, son. Rayan, FG, I personally have Verratti at Arsenal, Patana midfield, and give Partey a bad boy partner in midfield. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Let me get back to that. Neymar's on the ball again, looking to pop it off. Pop it off. Di Maria's on the ball, facing Diaz. Surrounded. The work rate from the Man City players when they lose the ball is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I thought Foden looked like he made him Marquinhos kick it out then. So 1 minute just before half time. So yeah, I can see what you're saying with Verratti. I think you can get another player though for half the price and half the wages to steady that ship and let Partey do whatever. I'm not sure Partey's great. I've got to be honest. I'm not sure. I'm not one of those people who thinks he's top draw. I think he's just good. I don't think he's top draw. That's my opinion. I don't see what the fuss is about him, to be honest. I really don't. Obviously, he's got some quality, but again, moving to another country, settling in London, all these things, you got to give players time. Really got to give players time. Marquinhos, definitely. This guy's hungry for wins, and we desperately need that. Yeah, he ain't gonna bring no. Oh wow, look at him! But he knows how to read the game. He's hungry. He just loves being a footballer. He's one of those. I just loves being a footballer, and that might sound weird to a lot of people because some people don't love being a footballer. It can become a problem. I remember when I was playing, it became a problem. Will they keep that in? Yes, Shevchenko's kept it in, but he just loves being a footballer. Loves it. Loves leading his team out. Great signing. He's here again, just mopping up. He's gave the ball away. It's probably not best to give the ball away to De Bruyne, but it'll be hard to get past him because he won't give up. He'll jockey. He'll use experience. He won't jump in. That's exactly what he's just done there. So, yeah, with 3 extra minutes for half time. No complaints from Man City first half. Marquinhos has hit the bar. Di Maria's missed an open goal. They've had more of the opportunities. I think they probably had slightly more of the play, PSG. But it's Man City who are the ones who have been moved the ball a lot quicker, moved the ball with a little bit more positivity going forward. They don't just pass the ball for no reason. They look to obviously progressive possession. Too many people talk about possession this, possession that, but progressive possession, make sure I get my words right, is very different and it's very hard to do. Mahrez comes round the brass. Oof, great save with the near stick from Neves. Corner, Bernard Silva. So first of all, Mahrez has got him down the side. He's one-on-one with Diallo. Diallo can't keep form. Step over, puts it on his right, goes for the near stick. Navas keeps it out for the first stick. Bernard Silva goes for that far one, puts it out on his left, goes for the far one. And I think it's that man, Marquinhos. Is it Marquinhos? No, it's Kimpembe who's managed to get ahead and put it out for a corner right on the stroke, basically, of half time. Good first half, both teams. You're watching some top class football here. The way they move the ball, they have cancelled each other out at times, but some proper football here, proper football. De Bruyne with the cross straight into Navas. You don't really catch much Navas, as we know. He's punched it out. Mahrez does use his right this time, puts it into Diaz, heads it against the back, and another corner. Another corner. Ryan, for next season, we should sell Laka and have Abba to be a mentor to Balogun and Martinelli. Interesting. But you see that comment there? Let me get back to that. We'll speak about that at half-time. We'll speak about that at half-time. De Bruyne again, cleared. Rest probably going to blow in about the next 10 seconds for half-time. Zinchenko to De Bruyne. Wanted to do it first time, but the weight was wrong. Yeah, overhits the pass. Overhits it. Ref probably going to blow any minute now. And there you go. So half-time. 1-0 to Man City at the moment. Not bad first half. So let me go back to this comment, like you said, Rayan. You see this comment for me, maybe because my standards are higher and I've been a fan and I know the old Arsenal. Aubameyang to be a mentor for Balogun and Martinelli shows you where we are as a club. It shows you where we are as a club. Balogun, great under 21, great in the reserves, spells in the Europa. Premier League is a completely different level. And Martinelli, for whatever reason, is not really happened for him at the moment. I think he just needs that arm around him, and told him is great. But those three are not going to get us where we need to get to. They're not. They're just not going to get us where we need to get to. Lacazette, I agree we should sell. I think we should bring a younger player in who's played a lot more football than the likes of Balogun. Balogun's got a good future, but I think a lot of hype over the players, ESR, etc., has been this year because fans are desperate to cling on to something. You know, these players wouldn't get in any other top 4 or 5 team. They just wouldn't get nowhere near it. So yeah, that, you know, I just think that that's what we've come to. I think that's the realistic, but it's just disappointing that that's the kind of things that we have to look forward to. It really is. So yeah, 1-0 half time to Man City. Steady off, some good football, both teams. The pitch obviously started off the game really stray passes everywhere. Everyone needed to get used to the ball. Eventually, the players did get used to it because it can be quite complicated playing on a slippy surface, especially an icy surface, very different from rain. PSG, even though they had the better opportunities, didn't capitalize on the open goal from Di Maria, the header from Marquinhos, which has hit the top of the bar. Great late run, could not pick him up. He's managed to get a header on it, and it's looped over Edison and hit the bar. And then Man City have had the half chances. They had the goal, which was their only opportunity for a very long time. And then towards the end of the half, they had a few opportunities going forward. I'm just going to tweak now. So do what you got to do at the half time. Excuse me. Excuse me. So who would you like to see? Because I know we have some Arsenal fans in there. Who would you like to see at Arsenal? If we could pick realistically the type of players that we need to go for, we're not going to get superstars. Edu and the staff really need to go out and do a Leicester. They need to go out and do a Leicester and go and get these players who are not top draw, but you can make them with good coaching. Arteta is a great coach, don't get me wrong. Still questionable whether he's a great manager, but what players would you like us to see go and get? Now, always people mention foreign players. And for me, when you're trying to build a team, you need a small selection of foreign players and then a selection of British players. But the British players that you go for are got to be the ones that you trust in. And I don't think Arsenal will do that. They'll stick to this snobbery. They'll stick to whatever they've got to do. And I don't think they'll go for it. Really don't. So interesting times what Arsenal will do next season. I definitely think that they need to obviously get a midfielder, just as Ryan has said. Nkunku, is he better than Basuma? Not seen a lot of him, to be honest. I'm not really seen a lot of him. I think Basuma would work with Partey, but we need then a very creative player. So you've got Odegaard. I don't think we're going to be able to keep Odegaard. I really don't. I think a better team will come in for him. I think we'll struggle to keep him. Really do. I think at the moment, and it hurts me to say, I think he's too good for Arsenal. I think Odegaard's too good for Arsenal. And I think his agent will be saying that. And they probably use Arsenal as a stepping stone for games and for the rest of the world to see what Odegaard's all about. So I don't think we'll keep him. Hopefully we can, but with Modric aging, Isco, all these players, they're gone. Cruz lost his legs. I think Odegaard will just slip straight back into Madrid, and I think he'll boss it as well. So interesting. You want Basuma, Aziz Partey, and Nkunku to be our midfield rotation next season. Where would you play Odegaard then if we kept him? and ESR, where would you play them? Interesting where you would play them, because they're kind of like midfield stroke strikers. Odegaard's a midfielder, but ESR likes to play in that little hole. And you mentioned Aziz. You want about Aziz from the under 23s? So just looking at the pundits, they look absolutely freezing, because Manchester's freezing tonight. And when I was doing the radio, it is cold holding that mic, watching a game, trying to commentate. Trust me, it is cold. Cold, and they look freezing, absolutely freezing. It's annoying because I can't turn up. So I can't turn up and hear what they're saying, what they're showing the goal again now. Edison's just absolutely zinged it. It must be magnificent, because you never really used to see that before with Man City. Everything was playing out from the back, but Edison has just added a different dimension. Unbelievable with his feet. Takes it out, sees Zinchenko, zings a 50, 60-yard pass. Zinchenko's pointing, already on the cards. So they would have worked on that. They know in here that, right, if you're really, really high, and it goes back to the goalkeeper. By the way, this is the left wing back. This is the left wing back who's the highest up the field. Unbelievable. And who heard of Zinchenko before he come? They're the type of players that you need to try and get at Arsenal before everyone else jumps on them. No one heard of Zinchenko. I didn't hear of him. Right, and I will play midfield 3. Have both Odegaard and SR as roaming 8s. And yeah, Miguel Aziz looks good. And the remaining guy as well. Cottrell looks decent too. Yeah, Cottrell's not bad. Aziz, will he make up that step? I think probably at the moment, the way that Arsenal are, then yeah, I think these players can step up. I don't think they'll step up and remain up. We've seen ESR came onto the scene, and he's a good player, but like I say, he's not playing at any other top club, in my opinion. I think he will turn out to be a great player, but he's not the level of the top players, as people were saying when we first got him in the squad. But interesting. Just not sure that's powerful enough. I don't think that's powerful enough. I don't think it'll offer us enough to go to that next level. I really don't. Odegaard, different class, we all know, but you've got to have a formation that works around him and allows us to get goals and not be scared to be exposed at the back. And I think at times we're so scared to be exposed at the back, we allow the opposition to have confidence and come on us. As Pep and all the best managers, coaches say in the world, the best form of defense is to keep the ball, but people are scared to keep the ball. So what they do is they get rid of it, they kick it long. You've now given the ball to the opposition. All of a sudden, you've got to defend without the ball. The best form of defense is to keep the ball. That's the key to football, but a lot of people don't work like that. That's what coaches get wrong. Whether I go and watch coaching at a lower level, anything, even when I play vets football, I always say, you give the ball away, all of a sudden you've made your job a lot harder. You've made your job a lot harder. Now in the final third, you're going to give the ball away. That's where you have to try things. But to give the ball away by kicking it long, aimlessly for no reason, you're all of a sudden then put pressure on yourself. And I think Arsenal do that a lot. We don't take risks. We don't want to keep the ball enough. When you see Man City, etc., that's what they do. That's what they see. Nico's in the building. What's happening, Nico? Hope you all just popped in. I'm all good. Thanks, mate. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. I think he's got an injury. I think it was from the last leg. Not too sure. Or whether it was a weekend's fixture, but he's on the bench. So as soon as Man City have seen that he's on the bench, because he was poor first leg, but he couldn't be as bad first leg, second leg. So he was always going to look to get that ball over the top, Nico. And they'll be delighted that they ain't got no threat, because Icardi's playing, but he's hardly touched the ball. And when Neymar gets the ball, first thing he does is looking up left and right for Mbappe to make a run in behind, break the lines. No Mbappe, so no one can break the lines. So, I mean, if Man City don't win this game and get to the final, then for them, they'll be devastated, because they're not going to get a better opportunity. I wouldn't say they're bossing this game, because PSG have had some good opportunities and moving the ball quite well, but they always look vulnerable to City on that quick break. And that's where the goal came. Don't know if you've seen the goal. Edison, you know how excellent Edison was. The ball played out, gone back to him. Edison, Zinchenko is so high up the pitch. He's on the halfway line, left wing back. Zings a 60-yard pass into Zinchenko. Zinchenko puts it back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne shot gets blocked, falls to Mahrez. Mahrez uses right foot, Megs Navas to give them a 1-0. Marquinhos has hit the bar for PSG, and Di Maria has missed an open goal. Serious open goal. He is about 20 yards out, 25 yards out, but he's missed an open goal from a mistake from Edison trying to play out again. As we know, sometimes that happens when you're trying to play out. So yeah, decent game. Both teams very, as we know, top quality on the ball, moving the ball around. Everybody wants the ball. There were stray passes the first 5-10 minutes to try and get used to the conditions, but overall, just a beautiful game of football to watch. A lot better than what we have to watch when we watch Arsenal, which they need to step up, obviously, Thursday, which I think they will. I think they would get encouragement from their second half performance, because first half they gave Villarreal too much respect. Second half, and they really stepped up. So I think Arsenal will go through to the final. But you never know. Will they bottle it? It's all about the mindset of the players. So yeah, interesting second half coming up. Interesting second half. Is there any other games on tonight? I don't know if there is. Don't think there is there? The championship games or anything like that? Let me just check. League One, League Two. Oh, Rotherham had their game in hand. What did they do against Luton? 0-0, Rotherham. If Rotherham got the win, they could have been closer to sending Wayne Rooney down in his first managerial job. Imagine sending Derby down in his first job. Not been down for about 20 years, have they? League One. We don't care about League One now because Peterborough get promoted, mate. So it don't matter. But yeah, Lincoln, they lost their game against Charlton 3-1 while losing. Blackpool winning 2-0. So Blackpool can get in the playoffs. And then Notts County winning 3-2, my hometown club. Interesting. FJ, are you going to do a watch along for Chelsea v Madrid tomorrow? You know what? If you want me to pop on, I will. You know, obviously I'm doing it because it's streaming. Sometimes, you know, the other week we had maybe 10, 15 people in. This week we've only got a maximum of 5, 8, 10, 12. I'm watching the game anyway, so only it makes sense for me to get some content out for you. You can fire some questions at me, especially about my old career involved in making players move to the Premier League. You can ask me all these questions, you know what I mean? So yeah, the wife, yeah, I think I'll be all right as long as I make sure the wife's all right tomorrow in the day. I'm sure that I can obviously do the Chelsea Madrid game tomorrow, which I think is going to be a good game. But I think Chelsea are going to be too strong for Madrid tomorrow. I really do. I think the discipline and defensively they're going to be too strong. What do you think, Ryan? Yeah, I can do them. So basically, a quick one about me. I've moved back from Dubai and I work from home. I'm into cryptocurrencies. So I've just started. I've been in and out of it for a long time. So I've just started trading full time, literally this week. Just settled back in the UK. So I work from home and I'm doing YouTube as much as I can, so full time. And then I do some trades when the opportunity arises to get in a trade, because you can lose all your capital if you don't, you know, do it in the right way. So tomorrow night, yeah, I might do another one. You know, it's a Wednesday night. I'm not going to be doing anything. Wife's all right. Wife will probably get herself on Instagram or do some YouTube anyway. So yeah, I'll pop on tomorrow and probably do another watch along. It's all good for the content. It's all good for the the YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I might pop on tomorrow. Yeah, pop on. You know, if you've got any questions that you want to know, I know you're only 18. You might want to ask me. Been in the game a long time. Played nearly 400 league games against some of the best players in the Premier League. Did a bit of agent work with some top players as well. You want to, yeah, that's what it's all about. Interacting round. And I know you're young, so any bit of knowledge or advice is really going to help you on your way. I have children your age as well, so can give you the experience talk, what I tell my children. Second half looks like we're just going to get underway then. Obviously, Pep is still going to be on edge as much as experienced as these managers are. They're still going to be on edge. Mbappe, obviously, big game for him to miss. They would have been devastated when he got that knock. But PSG may come out with a all die attitude. At the end of the day, they got 45 minutes to get to the Champions League final. Switch this around. They may just go for it, no fear factor, and then Man City could start to have a fear factor and start to worry about if they do concede a goal, how's it going to be second half? So Man City have got to be very, very careful. It's still not over. We've seen that PSG can either be spectacular or poor. It's still not over, this game. But Man City do need that second goal. Now, the pitch, the ice looks like it's gone off most of the pitch. So that will help both teams. Man City will be able to keep moving the ball. Gundogan still on. Don't think there's no changes second half. Let's have a look. Ruben Diaz. What a signing he has been. What a signing Ruben Diaz has been. Honestly, fantastic signing. One of the best centre-halves I've seen. Unbelievable. Interesting now. Yeah, a couple of they're still waiting for the ref. What's going on here? Who's he waiting for? Oh, waiting for the linesman, the official. So we're late waiting for the linesman. Brian, I love your content. So if you can keep putting it out without wearing yourself in, I've been more than happy to watch your support. Hey, listen, yeah, I'm a hustler. So just hustling legally. That's the way forward, hustling legally. So I can do this every day. I want to grow this channel for as much as I want. I want to do it full time. I do it full time now, even though it's a small channel. We had a great video yesterday or over the weekend with Peterborough United. We managed to get 35 subs just off that. So we're growing slowly, compound effect. And the more that we do, the more that we're out there, we'll take it from there. I do like to travel. I do like to live in different countries, so that's something that maybe down the future that we will do on cards. But the YouTube, you can do it from anywhere in the world, and that is what I want to do, and bring you the content with the football. So always helps when you've got an ex-professional giving you YouTube content, because there's not enough out there, because you can ask questions, what it's like in the dressing room, what it's like psychology, what it's like to be a footballer at any level, the commitments, things, the pros and the cons and things like that. So yeah, anything that you want to ask me and how I deal with whatever, then you can ask me, no problem at all. I'm an open book at times. It's not a problem at all. So you could be a mentor, secondary father figure. No problem, young blood, no problem. We're back underway now. De Bruyne on the edge of the 18-yard box. Pitch looks a lot better now. Ice has gone. We'll be able to move the ball a lot quicker. Mentally, the players will look at that and say, first off, it was hard to move the ball around. Second off, we can move the ball around a little bit more. Navas has put it out. So straight away, you can see the intention of Man City. They're not going to allow PSG to settle, because if they do, there's a good chance, if you let them settle and give PSG too much respect or let them into the game, they do have the players to turn this game. So Man City have just come out straight away, going to go on the front foot, slow it down when needed, up the tempo when needed, so PSG can't get in this game. Gundogan's looking on the ball and he's asking why Kyle Walker's not bombing forward, which he normally would. Now he's running out of options. He's not happy at all, Gundogan. He's got the ball, and normally the options, Foden into De Bruyne. PSG have got someone back into Mahrez. Just got to keep the ball now. Mahrez into the Fernandinho. He's probably going to spray it. He sprays it over to Zinchenko to Silva. Silva's going to back to Diaz, back to this. Just going to keep moving the ball now. Move the ball as Man City do. And then when it's time to blast off, they'll blast off. Throwing. Who's it throwing to? Throwing to Man City. Pep's fuming because, see, the thing is, when you play dynamic football the way that they do, if you hold the ball for too long, so if you're playing a team that because the ball is the one that beats the man. You know when you're younger and you watch modern football, and fans they always want people to take people on, but it's the ball that moves the man. If you do a 1-2, that's a lot more effective than getting the ball and beating the man. The ball will always beat the man. And what happens with City, if if their pass is not on straight away, because they get the ball, their pass is not on straight away, that's where you close them down. That's where they give the ball away. And that's what's happened a couple of times in Gundogan. Gundogan's not quick. He's just very clever footballer. But he needs players around him to move. And if you don't do that, that's how City play. They need to be 100 miles an hour around them. PSG with a little bit of Diallo, a little bit of play. Neymar trying to skip it over the top. You just can't get complacent. They've got to stay switched on. Fernandinho, that's why he's in there. Fernandinho is one of the best in the world at reading the play and soaking play up. Can be a little bit rash at times because he's a winner. Verratti's managed to struggle from 2 poor attempts to tackle him. Di Maria's on the edge of the box, goes for the strike. Ricochet off that man Diaz again. Absolute brick wall at times. Brick wall. Stones and Diaz are a brick wall. Absolute brick wall. They've started off pressing high, Man City, only 3 minutes in, but it's PSG who have got the ball and moved it a little bit well. Kyle Walker into Silva. Tries a flick to Mahrez. I don't think that's the right place to try a flick. Neymar's tried to beat Mahrez. Mahrez just absolute weights him off, read him like an absolute book. Mahrez is off again. They're giving cheap free kicks away at the moment now. Diallo with another one on Mahrez, cheap free kick. Diallo's okay, but he's not great. People were raving about him. Not 100% about him. He's a very lazy defender. Very lazy defender. Doesn't want to run back. What you got to remember is PSG nearly every week are always on top in their league. Don't get me wrong. There's probably 3-4 teams that are decent. So 90% of the season, they're in control of the play, like Liverpool were when they breezed the Premier League and Trent Alexander didn't have to defend. Now, Trent's a lot better than Diallo, don't get me wrong, but you don't really have to defend a lot. That's the problem with PSG. Now, obviously, Man City have different challenges each week where they do have most of the ball. Was that a dive? So Mahrez has given a dive. Diallo is absolutely having one. For me, you just got to play on Diallo. Get the ball to Mahrez and say to Mahrez, right, I'm just going to attack Diallo because he's gave 2 free kicks away. He just can't read him. He looks like a fish out of water. It's like he's never played fullback before. He's really struggling to deal with any sort of pace in behind. So Man City have the ball now. Cheap free kick that they've just gave away. Pep will be fuming. Absolutely fuming. Cheap free kick. Tried to cross through a ball. I think it was Mahrez. He scuffs it, gets it all wrong. Shanks it, as we call in football. It's the outside of his foot. Shanks it. Poor. But still a high line. Kevin De Bruyne leading the line. Still a high line. That false number 9. However much he's playing. Silva pressing. Out to Diallo. Again. Keeps it simple. But Man City are just pressing. Free kick away. Bad time to give a free kick. Really is a bad time to give a free kick, but that's what you get. Rayan, League One is like a class. You have straight A students, PSG, a couple of B's. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. You have, 3 or 4 teams at different levels of excellence. Not even excellence, I would say. PSG, but other than that, you don't really get a lot of other teams, and PSG are so used to winning. Di Maria has probably been their best player. He keeps picking up holes in breaking the lines. Neymar with great feet. Players are too experienced to know not to kick him because he'll just go down. Does well. Into Verratti. They managed to get a corner. Poor from Man City, really. Really poor. They should have dealt with that a lot better. It all comes from them giving a stray free kick away, which Pep will be going mad. And now all of a sudden from a stray free kick, it's now a corner to PSG. PSG are not bad in the air at all. In from Di Maria. Great defending. That man, Fernandinho, again, he's going to put his head on absolutely everything. He put his head in front of a car, wouldn't he, I think? Another corner again. Di Maria, we're looking for a better delivery. Didn't really get anywhere near any PSG players. It's going to be an outswinger. Kipembe is probably their biggest threat, and Marquinhos. Free kick. Frustration from, who is it? Paredes is, I don't know what he's done. Let's look at the replay. Perez against Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz has given him a little push in the back, but he's gave the free kick to Man City. Interesting, really interesting. That I don't know why he's gave the free kick to Man City. when he's the one who's got pushed in the back. Yes, he's dived. We all know he's dived. Come on now, of course he's dived. But Ederson just clips it casually over the top of Di Maria into Silva. The way he plays is just a joy to watch. It's a joy to watch. And you're going to give the ball away. You've got to take risks. You're going to give the ball away. But the reason it works is because if they give the ball away, they react straight away to get it back. And people always say, why do people play out from the back if you're not good enough? The only way you get better is by playing. You're not going to get any better by not playing. De Bruyne has got to stay on side. Foden's going to be off. Is he going to be offside? Foden one-on-one. Oh, Navas, no, he was on. Is he offside? He's offside. He's got to be offside. That's a poor miss. Ball goes into De Bruyne. De Bruyne is one-on-one. He plays in Foden. He just goes offside. Foden goes offside. Still misses as well, which surprises me really because Foden's normally a great finisher. I think he's just going to lift it over the top. PSG with the ball now. City still pressing high. PSG playing out. You've got to press them because they're not as good as Man City on the ball. They're decent, but they're not as good as Man City. Oh, Marquinhos goes straight to Fernandinho. Fernandinho don't know what to do. Clips it. Oh, he didn't know what to do. Straight to Foden. Foden decides to hit it. Great stop from Navas. High pressing again. Don't know what to do. High pressing. Oh, managed to get out straight into Neymar. Neymar casually cools it down, slows it down straight into Di Maria. Kyle Walker not only tackles him, gets up, wins the ball, and then gives a Cruyff, but puts Stones in trouble. Neymar's on the back foot. Neymar one-on-one with Diaz. Neymar keeps going. Shevchenko keeps going. Great block. I can see what Kyle Walker's doing, but it's poor from him. He's done the hard work, and then he's just managed to. He wants to do a Cruyff, and it gives Stones puts him in trouble. Neymar keeps going, but Zinchenko and Stones. Look at that defending. Zinchenko and Stones both going for the block. If he chops that, if Neymar chops that, which he's got in the locker, great ball from Di Maria, but who's there? Kevin De Bruyne in his own 18-yard box, doesn't dive in, uses his experience, and now he absolutely smashes it upfield. Free kick to Bernardo, free kick against Bernardo Silva, who's just ran into, he just ran into him, absolutely ran into PSG centre off. PSG take it quick, moving the ball. Verratti, 55 minutes gone. Still 1-0 to City. Good game. Very, very good game of football. Tense, very tense. But the defending from Man City at the moment is top draw. PSG are the ones who are looking to move the ball well at the minute. Diallo now on the ball. Neymar's for the dangerous one. Verratti back out to Diallo. Diallo, that's what he's looking for. They're looking for Paredes. Paredes is straight out to Marquinhos. Marquinhos is going to look for a Herrera or Di Maria just centrally. But the way that Man City are playing, they're just not letting you break the lines. Try and break lines. Force it. You force it, we'll break the lines, we'll counter-attack on you. Kevin De Bruyne, just as we're saying that, is counter-attacking. Marquinhos has done over the wall. That's what he does. He mops up. He's again one of the best in the world at mopping it up, cleaning it up, just mopping it up just in front of the centre half. He's now on the ball now, and just gives it to the better players. That's what you got to do when you're mopping up. You just got to give it to your better players. Diallo up against Walker. He's not going to outrun Walker. Diallo keeps going infield. Fernandinho, just uses his weight, just bullies Diallo. Gundogan. He's not quick, but he's managed to move. Great feet, Gundogan, out to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is just going to slow it down. Oh, no, he's zinged a 60-yard crossfield ball, which I think is the wrong pass. Wrong pass from De Bruyne. Pep's probably fuming. Wrong pass, that is. So Neymar with the opportunity. He's on the ball now. Verratti has been excellent for me, really has. Always looking to move the ball well. It's like a little cog in multiple cogs. Just keeps moving the ball. Ren, I know you said you didn't go for coaching because of the disparity across the youth and the first team, but if a foreign team who fit your ideas came in for you as a coach, would you take it? Yeah, I would. I would coach abroad. Obviously now I'm into, trading, etc., things from home and YouTube, and I've only got my level 2. I can do my B license through the PFA. So it's something that I may do for future reference because, I'm only 41. It may be something I want to go into, 5, 6, 7 years time, especially if I was to go to a foreign country and do some coaching over there. But see, the thing is, you would have to go into a certain level first to do that. But I like coaching. I coach when I play vets. I used to do one-on-one coaching to improve players. I just don't like the whole pyramid philosophy thing, like I was explaining to you in the previous video. So will it be something that I pursue? Is it something that I really, really love? I like speaking about it more than actual coaching, to be honest, and just giving my feedback or whatever. I think just because you're dealing with too many people at once, and it probably stressed me out. And I like a stress-free life now that I'm at that age. 58 minutes gone. Oh, what's he done there? Oh, wow. That Herrera. Unbelievable. Any touch, he's down. He's down. Like someone's just sparked him. Soft free kick to give away for Mahrez. He's got the ball. Mahrez has got the ball. And, you just back in and you just give someone the little foot, little nudge. Herrera's gone for it, holding his face like he's been sparked out. PSG trying to play themselves out, but Man City just pressing high. They're going to have to go long. It looks like Man City are going to, PSG are going to have to go long because Neves on the ball. Navas, say Navas, isn't it? Navas, Diallo. They're trying to play out. They've managed to get out. No. Stones is not. Was that Stones or Diaz? Ball's come to him and he's obviously kicked it out, but he's not happy. But Pep's in everyone's face. Pep saying you've got to press. You've got to press high. You can't allow them to play around you or pick holes because that's where Neymar gets in. He's on the ball now. Try to double touch. Got to be careful with Neymar. Really, really careful. As you know, top player, one of the best players to ever play. For me, the game. Moise Kean warming up. Interesting. Moise Kean warming up. Couldn't get a game at Everton. Done all right at PSG, but they do need a threat. They need some physicality or something going forward. They've got nothing going forward at the moment. They're very good picking the ball up. Again, look at the stats. Not many teams against Man City, especially at the Etihad, have 59% possession, with Man City only having 41. Not many teams do that at all. So it makes you think if Mbappe was fit, this leg would have been very different from the first leg, I believe. I really do. Because they're moving the ball ever so well. PSG moving the ball ever so well. But that's foreign football for you. Foreign football move the ball beautifully. Even some teams, you see in the Euros, will play, England will play a Slovakia, and Slovakia will have most of the ball, but they just can't finish. Neymar's charging on the back four. He's got him behind on the back four. Di Maria will look outside the left foot. John Stones, great position. He's going to give a free kick away. No, he's not. Zinchenko, Di Maria uses his left foot, his right foot. Oh, Diaz again. Ruben Diaz, unbelievable. I don't care if you don't support Man City. What a centre-off. What a set. His positioning is unbelievable. His positioning is unreal. First time in a while now, probably last 25 minutes. So I'd say 10 minutes, to be honest, 15 minutes, that Neymar has got in that area. I always say it, behind the defense, but not quite on the back four. That's where he picks up. He's just picked it up again. Di Maria's now in. And they're one pass away from getting in one-on-one with Edison. He's gave the ball away, Diaz. I think he's saying that his arm is in his unnatural position. But looking at the replay, Di Maria swings his right foot. Unbelievable defending. Just puts everything in front of the ball. Arms like here, because you know that obviously you're going to give penalties away. Moise Kean's going to come on now. Probably going to cause some problems. More physical, quicker, looks to get in behind. Is a goal threat. Does do quite well when it comes to in the Premier League. Herrera off and Draxler. Julian Draxler, remember him? Julian Draxler was a player, but he ain't done nothing for a long time. Would you say English football is fossil football in comparison to mainland Europe? Yeah, we're miles behind. We are always 10 years behind. So after this free kick, let's just go into this now. Neymar clips it. Fernandinho puts his foot right through it and gets away. They're going to be under the cosh, you know, for a good 20, 25 minutes and may get PSG on the break. And this is exactly what they're doing now. Foden's going to go back into De Bruyne. De Bruyne is going to go back into Foden. Foden's going to first time to Mahrez. Mahrez is going to tap it in. 2-0. What a goal. Unbelievable. Mahrez has finished this tie. As we were saying about PSG are going to put a lot of pressure on and you're going to have to hit them on the break. As we're just saying that, that's exactly what happened. Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez sprints 50 yards to tap it into the back stick. And it's a magnificent team goal. Unbelievable play. Foden, De Bruyne, it's just one-touch football. Foden gets it into him, pops it out to Foden, De Bruyne. Foden makes 10, 15 yards straight into De Bruyne, pops it straight back, cushioned pass just across a 6-yard box, and Mahrez cannot miss. He cannot miss. And Mahrez has been the man for this tie. Champions League semi-final, and he has wrapped it up. Considering where he was 5, 6 years ago, unbelievable moment for that man. And I think that is the tie over. That's the tie over. Pep is absolutely delighted, and he's going to have Chelsea or Madrid in the final. I'm not sure who he would want. I think he would want Madrid. Chelsea's going to be hard to break down. So he wants Madrid. But I can only see a full all-English final. Neymar screwing. So, yeah, as I said, Ryan, 63 minutes, 2-0, Mahrez 2, Man City. We're 10 years behind. And we always will be, because the problem that we have, people talk about Premier football. Go and watch a League 2 football match. And there's hardly any football involved. It's nearly all in the air. I made a living of running in behind and trying to get flick-ons. You weren't really allowed to get the ball down and play. You weren't really encouraged to do that. And you go and watch a League 2 football game now, and that's the problem. You go and watch a third division game in France or a third division game in Spain or Italy or whatever. The ball's never long. It's always technical football. And that's why we will never change. And it's only the foreign managers that bring these players over and teach them to play the foreign way. Now we have a few in the English Premier League who are British, but they're top draw. Foden's, Grealish, Saka, these players that have come through the academy, but the window's so small. That's why when it comes to the national team, we're not great. We're getting better, but we're not great. The coaching's miles ahead. In most other countries, they play with small balls for a very long time. Small footballs. Like Brazil, they play futsal for years. They play with size 2s and 3s for years. In England, we give a size 5 to or size 4 to 5-year-olds. You know what I mean? I've got my son a little PSG ball. He's only just started kicking a ball now. And that I will teach him to play like that with tennis balls. Yeah. These have been doing this for 20, 30 years. But yeah, great move from Man City. Poch is screaming, but Man City, Pep is absolutely ecstatic. Honestly. And he deserves it. This team deserves it. But just give the ball away. Draxler's on the edge of the box. Julian Draxler goes for a shot. And you can't guess who it is. Who do you think it is? Ruben Diaz. People are going to give Mahrez the man of the match, right? People are going to give Mahrez the man of the match. Ruben Diaz has been my man of the match. What a player. Honestly. Unbelievable player. And a lot of people don't talk about centre-halves. And defending these days compared to when I was playing or compared to olden days is a lot easier. But you've got to be able to play. Defenders didn't have to play when I was playing. It was just head it, clear it, and be okay on the ball. But players now, they got to do both. Oh, Marquinhos has just done a double megs into variety. Fernandinho's gave another free kick away, but they got the ball. Neymar's going to go over. Yeah, free kick. 4-1 on aggregate. Let's change the score. We need to change the score, don't we? We need to change the score to 2-0. And 4-1 on aggregate. That deep cross from PSG managed to get around the back. Ruben Diaz, no problem for him. To Kevin De Bruyne again. It's got a little nudge in the back, but I think it's Draxler. Draxler on the ball. Straight into Neymar. Nope. Out wide, whips it in. Decent cross and gets it out. Goes absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. He's saying we shouldn't allow that cross. Going to have to weather this storm. They're going to have to weather this little bit of a storm. Still 23 minutes left. So the game is far from over. Far from over. Di Maria about outswinging corner. Guess who? Guess who heads the ball? Ruben Diaz. High foot, but Man City, like they did on the second goal, look like they're going to get him on the break. Could be on the break again. Mara he's overhit it to De Bruyne. Overhit it to De Bruyne. What's happening, Cape United? I bet you're a happy little so-and-so, aren't you, pal? Hey, how's the video going, the promotion video? Well done. I've not managed to see it yet, so I'll have a look probably tonight or tomorrow. But you've not stopped smiling, have you? I spoke to Dara earlier. He's absolutely buzzing. Oh, red card. Wait there. I'll come back to you. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. Who's got a red? I've missed it. Who's got a red? They're all in the ref's face. Who's got a red for PSG? Di Maria's fuming. Poch is trying to calm everyone down. Neymar's in the middle of the mix as always. Kimpembe. Oh, Di Maria. Angel Di Maria has been sent off. I think it's for a challenge on Fernandinho. Game's over. Game is over for them. Game is over. Red card checking. So they're checking the red card. That's a mad thing about VAR. They're going to check the red card. So Di Maria's on the far side. He's lost the ball. Fernandinho. Oof. Ball's gone out. Di Maria wants to go and get the ball. Oh, he's kicked him. He's just kicked him. It's a definite red. He's absolutely just lashed out and kicked Fernandinho like a baby. Like a baby. Wow. Just frustrated. Just frustrated. That has been absolutely bossed. To be fair, that's probably the wrong thing to say. He hasn't been bossed because PSG have not been that bad. And I think, like you say, with Mbappe, it would have been slightly different. Ball's over the top, but yeah, check over. It's a straight red. No need to check that. Crazy. Crazy. Di Maria's got the ball. He's kicked it against Fernandinho. Fernandinho, the ball's gone out. Obviously, Fernandinho's kind of just, I'll say he's gave him a little pull back to say, like, calm down or whatever. Di Maria's gone to get the ball, and he's just, like, lunged at him. Strange one. Strange way to even kick someone. Really strange. Ryan, City as PSG have the same type of owner, but I think PSG owner spends wrong and City spends right. Yeah, PSG is just all about, who, I don't think they'll run as good as Man City. Phil Foden's just dropped on the floor and got a free kick. It's the worst dive. Oh, and he's got him booked as well. It's all kicking off over here. It's all kicking off. Terrible dive from Phil Foden. Watch this. He's got a tiniest nudge from Verratti. Oh, it's the worst dive, but it's modern day football. It is modern day football. You've got to go into it. Oh, it's all kicking off. They're still arguing. Zinchenko's in the rest face now. It's all kicking off. I think the PSG players are obviously very, very frustrated. Zinchenko is saying, calm down to Fernandinho. Now, Fernandinho's in his face as a captain. Yeah, you tell him, Fernandinho. You tell him to calm down. He's going mad. Yes, Caden. Hey, yeah, great. Got promoting video doing what? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. You know what? I was just going for a walk and I thought, obviously, I can't get on Twitter, so I know that I've got to do a video. Obviously, Peterborough getting promoted. It is headline news. So I needed to go and do a video. I did it on my phone, so I uploaded it straight from my phone. My phone camera is quite good. And even though it's not a brand new phone, the phone camera is quite good. But the response and the views, and I've got some subs from it. It's been tremendous. So I think definitely next season I'm gonna, speak about Posh a lot more. Hopefully, Kay, I'll be on the radio. So I want to do daily vlogs of the radio so people can watch the radio. So we'll still do the Premier League, we'll still do Champions League, Europa, etc. But obviously I've got to do content on Peterborough as well because it's my team. So it'd be great if we can get on the radio again and do that. But if not, we'll still cover it, and I'll still be at certain games covering, popping some games on YouTube. I get some people on the YouTube, which will be good as well. So yeah, but you keep it up. I know you're not far away from 900. Have you managed to get 900 subscribers? Yeah, it's gone very scrappy now. Since that second goal, PSG have lost their heads. They've got a man sent off. They've got to score 3 goals now. So they've got to win 3-2. Interesting. They just got to manage the game now. They know that they've got PSG rattled. He's not giving a free kick. It's got to be a free kick or a corner, one or the other. De Bruyne's fuming. He's thinking, what's going on here? Madness. Verratti's been good, to be fair. Rayan, you're right. Verratti, I like him a lot. He keeps it steady. Doesn't do nothing crazy, but knows the game. Marquinhos is obviously have to drop back now. Navas has put it out. City are still pressing high, though. A little bit of look there. Neymar with a little bit. Fernandinho is probably just going to smash him, but nah, they know not to. They're very clever. Man City players are so clever when it comes to Neymar. They just don't touch him. They're not interested in touching him. They know he's gonna jump on the floor. The Man City players are too cute for that. Don't go back stones. I thought it was going to go back on the blind side to Moise Kean. Mahrez again. It's probably Mahrez. Mahrez has been fantastic, and that was his chance for a Champions League semi-final hat-trick. Absolutely fantastic turn. Now, Kevin De Bruyne has just been booked for standing still. How is that? Like, he's just been booked for standing still. But going back to Mahrez, Mahrez has got the ball. Kimpembe has just, he's gone. Absolute fish and chips down the shop. See you later, mate. Done him on the sideline. Great opportunity to get his hat trick. And then, yeah, De Bruyne has got a yellow card for standing still. Unreal. About 15 away. Yeah, you'll be there in no time. You got to get to that 1,000, don't you? Hey, you got to get to that 1,000. That's the milestone. Yeah, you're 800 ahead of me, mate. So keep going. Keep going. Yeah, Verratti works hard. He's technical. The only thing is mentality at times can be weak. Yeah, I've just seen that today. He's lost his head a little bit. PSG are going to bring two on. Danilo's coming on for Paredes. Different type of player, really. Maybe just trying to shore up shop, or maybe try and get some set pieces because he's a big lad, Danilo. So he's a big lad. And then Florenzi's off and Dagba's on. Interesting substitutions. Need to refresh the legs, to be honest. Because but Mahrez has got to be looking for his hat trick, hasn't he? How good would that be? Champions League semi-final hat trick against PSG when he was playing in. Was he playing in the French second division or something like that? Unbelievable for him. Navas ain't no. Navas, he ain't no Edison, I can tell you that. He's tried to just play around Kevin De Bruyne, and Kevin De Bruyne is still on the front foot. Neymar's put it out. No, Verratti's kept it in. He's kept it in. He's not going to beat Walker. He knows that. He's just going to keep the ball moving into Neymar. Neymar's going to go to Draxler. Danilo back out to Verratti. Man City all back in now. Positioning's been magnificent from Man City tonight. Absolutely magnificent. Okay, I gained a good 20, 30 subscribers promotion videos just from, yeah, I did the same. I probably got about 35 subscribers from the promotion video through the Peter fans. So buzzing, absolutely buzzing to see. Gundogan's got him behind. He's in behind Marquinhos. He's not got the legs to get anywhere. He's just a ball player, as we know, very clever. And the ball comes back. Kevin De Bruyne managed the ball. Frustrating, but he didn't have enough bodies up with him to cause any problems. Yeah, that's right. Leicester, they're their scouts. They got him from the second division in France. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, 2-0 City. If you're not seeing it, it's going along the bottom though. Look, 2-0 City, 4-1 on aggregate. It's at the bottom of the screen, Cape. Go on, Foden. Foden's one-on-one with Kimpembe. He's not going to beat him. Oh, he's at the outside of the post. He knows he can't beat him for pace, and he knows he's not as strong as him, so he's took the shot early against Kimpembe. Took the shot early. Foden, he's hit. Oh, great technique. He's got this technique where he kicks the ball. I don't know if you've ever noticed with Foden. He kicks the ball and he's not looking at the ball when he kicks the ball. He looks after. That's what he does when he kicks the ball. It's a strange technique. And I think it's just, I don't even think it's to give that. Kevin De Bruyne, edge of the box, drags it wide, Kevin De Bruyne. But yeah, if you look at Foden slow-mo when he shoots, he hits it and then looks. It's a strange one. Normally you look at the ball the whole time. He does it that quick. He kind of looks after. It's mad. Absolute mad. So 77 minutes. PSG with Di Maria sent off. Kevin De Bruyne. Verratti has gone down on the edge of the box and he's looking for a soft free kick. PSG can't believe it. And I tell you why he's not got that free kick. Because he's been consistently in the ref's ear, giving the ref shit, basically. And the ref don't give it you. Trust me, I know. If you ever watch me, I was in the ref's ear the whole 90 minutes and I never got anything because the ref just automatically dislikes you. So something for you to be aware of, any of the young ones watching and playing football. Try and give the ref a little bit of a break because he won't like you. Neymar on the edge of the box. No one will dive on him. Scoops it out. The game's done and dusted now. To be fair, PSG has still have had more attempts, but they've had none on target. PSG have not had a shot on target. They've had 12 attempts and none on target. How mad is that? PSG have not had a shot on target. To be fair, the shots that they've hit the wall, and that's Diaz and Stones. That's all what's happened there. Still pressing the work rate from there. There's going to be another goal soon. De Bruyne, Foden uses right peg. Another opportunity for Foden. It is on his weaker foot. Now Navas saves it. Neymar, again, he's been way off it tonight. Way off it. He's just looking for free kicks, and the Man City players are way too cute to even let him go to ground. Neymar's not been able to do his bit tonight, that's for sure. Man City have bossed. They've just controlled both legs. They've controlled both legs, even though they've had less possession, which is not like them. They've controlled both legs. And even if you don't support Man City, they are an absolute joy to watch. And if you like football, then you like watching Man City, let's be honest. If you don't like watching Man City, then you don't like football, in my opinion. Or you're just biased. Because the way they play football is heavenly, absolutely heavenly. PSG must be poor since Poch hasn't done a great job so far, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's not worked. Obviously, Mbappe's on the bench, if you don't know. Mbappe's obviously been struggling with an injury. He's not recovered, so he couldn't go on the bench. He's just on the bench, and he's not going to play. They just put him on there for a psychological thing, really. But he's not going to play. He would have been way on by now. And with that threat, he's not going to get much out of it. And you're playing Man City, don't get me wrong. Let's be honest. This Man City team is one of the best teams in the world. Let's be honest, they're one of the best teams in world football. So I thought PSG would be more of a threat, I've got to be honest. But I think after the first leg, it's just shown how good Man City are. Really has. And they're controlling this game as well now. They're going to be against 10 men. Silva skips past 3 players. Can't pull it back. Only Foden in the box, to be honest. But yeah, so... Poch, to be fair, what could he do? He's playing against Man City. He's lost Mbappe. He's just had a man sent off. What can you do? You know, sometimes you just got to accept that team and a manager are better than you. Kevin De Bruyne is disappointed that he's going to come off, but you've got to rest him, especially when you get into the final. You've got to rest him. What a player. Another great performance. Pressed from the beginning. That false number 9 caused all kinds of problems. On another day, gets a goal, but influential. He's going to come off now for Gabriel Jesus. He's going to come on. And Sterling is going to come on for Silva. Another great game, from Silva. What a player. One of the most intelligent players you'll see playing the Premier League. Sterling, who up until recent month has been on fire. He's really lost his form at the moment, Sterling. So we'll see what happens with him. He needs a goal to really get going again. Yeah, Diallo's off. I mean, poor player. Backer's on. Backer did well first leg. I'm surprised he didn't start. I'll read that after, Kay. As soon as Mahrez puts this corner in, 82 minutes, 2-0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. Mahrez with a deep corner. Navas tips it wide. Corner again on the other side. Jesus don't want this corner. Yeah, funny. So I personally think Spurs would be better situation if they didn't sack him compared to how they've been. Oh, 100%. Crazy sacking. Can you sack a man who's nearly had a chance to win the Prem and got him into the Champions League, etc.? Ridiculous. Absolutely. And the football they played was great as well. Short corner, Foden and Sterling. Sterling to Zinchenko, Zinchenko to Foden. They're just going to keep the ball well now. Foden, clever play, straight into just keep the ball. Sterling, keep the ball. Yep, Walker was going to try a diag. No need. Straight into Mahrez. Absolute zings it. Mahrez one-on-one with Baka. Mahrez into Sterling. Sterling, Diallo. Well, little 1-2. A little 1-2 with Stones. But Stones, you just stick to defending, pal. That's what you're great at, defending. And the main man who, Kun Aguero, is coming on. What? I mean, if he imagine him coming on in the Champions League final, scoring a winning goal before he leaves, unbelievable. Yeah, but bring him on. He'll probably get a goal now, Kun Aguero, just to really top this off. Draxler, the work rate from Man City is still top draw. Honestly, still top draw. Mahrez is in. He just couldn't. The bounce just wouldn't go from him. The bounce wouldn't drop from Mahrez. Is he going to get that hat trick? Kyle Walker steaming in, love it, absolutely love it. Rayan, he's working with a team of divers, practically self-sabotaged by their players because we know how good. Poch is an unbelievable coach, absolutely top coach. And the reason they dive is because you get away with it. And it used to be just foreign football. We didn't really have it in the Premier League, but now the game's changed and we get it in the Premier League. This diving left, right, and centre, and the rest give it. I'm not sure what goes off. Diaz, Neymar up against Diaz. Neymar's tried with Diaz. If he catches. He's gone studs up, Neymar, very frustrated. He's tried to meg Diaz, which ain't happening. And then it looks like he's tried to kind of stamp down. He's got away with that. If he catches Gundogan, that's a problem. He's changing it now. Who's coming off? Guero's going on. Little tap on the shoulder from Poch, which is decent to see. Fair play to him. Foden, yeah, Foden's changing then. Few more. Layla, what your thoughts on Tielemans? Baller, love him. Absolutely love him. Absolute player. I like Leicester, which is crazy because I'm from Nottingham. But because I know Wes Morgan really well, he's from the same area as me. And I used to look after Joe Dodu, who we took to Rangers as well. I like Leicester. I like Tielemans, absolute baller. Love Harvey Barnes. Top players. Top players. Okay, they wanted better, but part the bus doesn't work with Tottenham sides. Yeah. Tottenham, you've got to let players express themselves. Sterling's in one-on-one. Oh my God, Sterling, he's falling over himself. He's running too quick. Sterling. And he's managed to he's lost his balance and fell off. It's probably because he's just come on. That's more than like that. He's just come on and he's not got his feet going enough. But yeah, Tottenham side, you just got to let players play. Edison's kicking. He could be an outside Kyle Walker's pace. People say you slow down at 30. Unreal. He's like Sonic. Remember Sonic? You ever played the old Sonic the Hedgehog game? Frightening. That's what Kyle Walker is. But yeah, Layla, look, Edison is like he could play outfield. I bet he could play outfield. There's even talk about taking pens when they were missing pens. He could definitely play outfield, 100%. His kicking is spectacular. And what's brought now, it's brought another dynamic to the team where everyone was used to City playing in front of them and trying to break them down. Can't do that with City now because they've now got that zing 60, 70-yard ball, which gets him behind. Walker's he's just bullying Neymar. Neymar's fuming. Absolutely fuming. He's stopped. Neymar's just walking around. He's lost his head. He's lost his head. It's a free kick. It's just smashed in. They're losing the Reds. Which is why I would probably lose my head as well. Now, people don't say it. They might have said Saka's nowhere near Foden. Saka is nowhere near Foden. And I'm an Arsenal fan. It's disrespectful to also Foden. Nowhere near him. Would you take Ndidi at Arsenal? I probably would. I've got to be honest. I probably would, Layla. I probably would. I just think he could be better on the ball at times. That's why I don't think he's top level. I think he could be better on the ball, but I'd definitely take him. Of course I would. I'd take a lot of players from Leicester, let's be honest. 3rd and 4th in the league, and we're 9th. I take a lot of players from Leicester. Okay, do you think Man City need a striker in the summer despite having played a false nine and still managed to get good results at time? Yeah, I think they do. But I was talking to someone actually the other day, and we was on about coaching. He's an England youth coach, and we was on about Man City, and we're saying if you bring, so when they played Kung Aguero, they played when they were flying with him in the team. Everything was around him. Now everything is around the likes of Neymar's just got him behind. Oh, great defending from Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's followed him all the way. He's not dived in. And again, the defending from Man City tonight, I'm telling you now, they've gone and scored 2 goals, but the defending has been an absolute masterclass. But yeah, I think if they do get a 9, will the focus then be around the 9? Rather than, and will they get the ball forward too quick? I remember someone saying that's what Spurs used to do. They used to get the ball forward too quick, which means you hand over possession too quick, which means you have to do more defending at times. Man City like to keep the ball because if you keep the ball, you don't have to defend. It's as simple as that. Oh, their juice is just turning them inside out. Another yellow card. I wonder how many yellow cards PSG have got. Unbelievable. But yeah, interest. They do need a 9 for when they need a different dynamic. I mean, if they got a Haaland or something like that, then the game would be crazy. But I don't actually think they need a player like Haaland. Danny Ings or someone like that would be superb for them because they create that many chances. You don't need to spend 100 million on a centre forward. You don't need to do that. Fofana and Diaz, best centre backs this season. I've got to say Stones. I'm sorry. Stones and Diaz. Fofana is top draw. I like him, but he's still young and he's very naive when it comes to certain things. He gets attracted to the ball and goes flat towards the ball when they're on the back foot. And he's done it 3 or 4 times this year. And twice they've conceded goals. He gets attracted to the ball rather than knowing that rather than thinking it's the space that's the danger. Fofana gets attracted to the ball too much. So for me, it's Stones and Diaz because together they've been absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What will happen if we lose on Thursday? Well, the season has just be done then, isn't it? I mean, the season will just be done. People will just say Arteta out, Arteta out, Arteta out, and Kroenke's out. Let's hope that Daniel Ek and the icons can do something about that. But season's just a dead rubber if we lose that. So, Marquinhos has nearly got him behind with a great little chip from Neymar. Game's done and dusted. Let's be honest, but they're still having a little go of what's going in behind. Cape. That's very true. Gundogan has been smashing in goals from midfield this season. Yeah, he's different league. Gundogan's different league. He's not quick, but very, very clever. So Neymar has just kicked the ball past Fernandinho and then done that one where they kick the defender and the ref falls for it. Fernandinho's just laughing because there's nothing you can do when it comes to that. A wise man once said possession is the best form of defense. Well, that's what it is. If you keep the ball, how can anyone score against you? How can anyone score against you if you've got the ball? But people don't. They panic. They panic. Later, the reason why he gets attracted is because he's fasting. Let the guy. Yeah. Okay, I'll let him off. He was fasting. Yeah, I'll let him off. You need food for brain food. So yeah, I'll let him off. Who should be young player of the year in the Premier League? Well, it's got to be Foden. Foden's got to be young player of the year. I'm sure he still comes in that category. So definitely Foden. Don't think no one's near him, to be honest. So 90 minutes is on the clock. Neymar's just had an opportunity and it sums his night up, really. He's skied it probably 6, 7, 8 meters over the bar. 10 seconds left normal time. The ref's going to blow anytime. And it's absolute celebrations for Man City. Well deserved. They got to the Champions League final, which they've been... all the work over the last however years has got them to that. Just been magnificent. Magnificent for Pep. See the celebrations. Champions League final. Unbelievable. Unbelievable celebrations. Oh, Neto's a player. Absolute player. Podence, Neto. Neves, players, absolute players. Another club who's doing great scouting, but I know George Mendes is heavily involved in Wolves. I think they're owned maybe some by a Portuguese manager, and the players that they bring in. So they get these players on loan or from Benfica or from all these other hidden gems, Sporting Lisbon, bring them in, where other clubs wouldn't really go for them. Use its Wolves as a stepping stone to then move on as well. So yeah, good business from Wolves. They'll do well to keep hold of them. They really will. Do you think Brentford will be in the Premier League next season? Well, I nearly got there last year. They nearly got there last year, didn't they? It would be good to see. I would love Ivan Toney, know him really well. I would love Ivan Toney to get into the Premier League. I was commentating on him for 2 seasons when I was doing the commentary, and good kid. Really would like to see them in the Premier League, but could they sustain it? Yes, they've got decent backing, they've got decent owners, they've got a good budget, and they like their foreign players to come in and be the creative players. So it'd be good to see them. It really would. The amount of texts, obviously Foden has, he should apply for a Spanish passport. That's why Pep loves him. I remember when I used to take this kid to City, and there was a rumor going around about this kid, and I remember watching him when he was like 14, 15, and there was another one called Will Flood, I think his name is, or something like that, and he's like a Gerrard type player. I think he's played a couple of Premier League games. And then when they brought the Barcelona director of footballing, etc., I think just before Pep, it was like this player, and Pep's just groomed him to be the player that he wants. Now, Poch is obviously speaking with the ref and that, but there's no arguing. There's no arguing. I think you've got beat fair and square tonight. It's got to be honest. And some people tell me Saka is better than Mahrez. Let's end that there. We'll end that right there. Let's just end that. Foden is better than Saka. His shooting and finishing. Yeah. Saka's good. He's a good threat, but his final product is poor. His final product poor than when he's still a young lad. Foden's final product is top draw. Top draw. Right, I'm going to shoot off, everyone. I really do appreciate you coming in. Make sure you share this video, hit that like button, and subscribe if you've not already. I'm going to pop off the stream now. Wife probably wants to have a cup of coffee or probably tea now this late at night. I'll just said this last comment. It's going to be a hard game. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a really hard game, but I think we have the quality to get through. I really do. So thanks ever so much, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Have a good night yourself, Rayan. I'm going to try and do another watch along tomorrow night as well. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow night. You take care.